My name is Joe Hogan. I'm sitting here with my dog, Safi. She is my life, actually. That's crazy how attached I am to her. Just a little bit about what brings me here today, I guess, is I have had Charcot-Marie tooth disease from birth. It's genetic, so a long line of people on my mother's side of the family have it. And as I've gotten older, it's gotten worse and progressed slowly to the point where in my 30s, I started having to think about bracing. I was having to really concentrate every time I took a step, trying to pick my foot up and make sure I didn't trip. I started, because the foot drop, it would start to scrape and I would trip a lot. So I started looking at bracing options. I had a number of options throughout the years. Oftentimes they were the plastic AFOs that were bulky and hard to wear in shoes, hard to run in, hard to do a lot of things. And they just felt like not very good options. And there didn't seem to be many good options. The orthotist I went to some years back gave me the Allard brace, and I put it in my closet because I was like, oh, it's just another brace. I mean, he didn't give it to me. My insurance thankfully paid for it, but I didn't wear it for a number of years. Probably a good 3 years it sat in the closet. I had this left leg reconstructed to try to save it. It was really in bad shape. And they did a reconstruction in 2017, and it just didn't work. They had to take all the metal out. It didn't grab, the bones didn't fuse. They wanted to do it again, but they said it may not work again. I opted to have it amputated. And it was during that time that I pulled the Allard brace out and started wearing it. And I was like, why haven't I been wearing this sooner? It really allowed me to do a lot more. It's really lightweight. And yeah, it fits in most all of the shoes that I want to wear. So yeah, it's been a good solution for me.
How were you given this brace?
I got it through an orthotist that had tried a number of other options for me and sort of said, try this. I don't know that maybe I must have tried it on in the office, but at the time I decided it just I wasn't willing to surrender to a bigger sort of, it's a fairly high profile brace. I mean, it's low profile, but it is noticeable, and so I was buying things off the internet to try to address the foot drop braces that were not adequate actually for what they needed to do, honestly. But when I had all the problems, the left leg was the big problem. And so I just sort of wasn't addressing the right leg, the foot drop in the way that I needed to. And I would tell that version of myself to give it a shot. For me, I know my medical issues have been slowly progressive all my life. So it's not like I woke up one day or I had a stroke or any of the other medical issues that could cause sudden foot drop. Suddenly one day I'm normal and or fully able, and the next I'm experiencing foot drop. That was not, or the loss of my use of my hands. That didn't happen overnight. It's been a gradual process. So my acceptance of that has been a gradual process too. Some days are better than others. Some days I feel really sorry for myself. And my day looks very different than my spouse's day when he gets out of bed. He gets out of bed, puts his slippers on, and comes upstairs with the dog. I get out of bed and I put my legs over. I have to put my brace on because I wear the Allard brace all day from the moment I get up until I go to bed. I take it off, of course, to get in the shower and stuff, but that's about the only time I'm walking around without the brace on. And of course, I have to put my leg, and then I have to put the leg on. So there's a whole process, and you can't just throw on a pair of pants and your shoes and go. It's time consuming. It's got to have a reason to get out of bed. It's easy to lay in bed and ruminate over the problems of the world or one's own problems. It helps to have her because the dog, she needs to get out and be walked. I'm sure people with kids have this. They definitely have reasons to get up and get moving. But also, you got to find the things that bring you joy and purpose. And part of that is being of service, which I think this is to some degree, as well as the group I'm involved with at work, and just being of service to my friends and family and community at large. So